Y'all, I am sitting in the car, literally crying because I have been, just in all transparency, just a lot going on. And to make a long story short, I did not have all of the funds that I needed for rent for this month. And I was like, things happen. And, because, honey, it's this one little braid. But, things happen. So I was like, I have to, just trying to figure out a way or ways to, just ensure that I had what it was that I needed so I could pay for that, rent and some other things that I needed to pay. And I'm the type of person where I just get overwhelmed, and I'm just like, I gotta figure this out. Just trying to basically always be in control of something. And I basically was just like, what am I going to do to ensure that I have what I need? Now, I did have a check that was supposed to come in, but I was supposed to get it last week. Didn't get it last week. So I had called the people that I needed to call. And I asked them, I was like, hey, like, what's going on? Because I still haven't received it. And it was just like, well, they told me what was going on. So they said, we'll basically, like, put a rush on it or whatever. You should get it soon. Well, still hadn't gotten it. And initially that was the money that I was counting on to pay what I needed to pay. So I'm like, you know what? Like, it is what it is. Like, I was upset, but then I'm just like, I mean, if I don't have it, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't have it, I don't have it. So it is what it is. So all this week, just like having anxiety and just, like thinking like, I got to do this, I got to do that. Like getting up in the middle of the night to, like do Amazon Flex just to ensure that I had, you know what I'm saying, like what I had. And recently I have been, just like, I always journal, but like in reading the Bible, I'm reading now the book Battlefield of the Mind. I had started reading it once before, but I just picked that back up. And just being more intentional with me, myself, and like my relationship with God. And so I was just like, Lord, I have a certain day that I need to make sure that I had what I needed to pay, which is actually tomorrow. And so funds still didn't come. And I was in the shower today, and I was just like, I don't know why I am trying to control the situation. Like, Toya, everything is going to be okay. I was like, God, you are a provider. You are Jehovah Jireh. Like, I'm just going to pray about it. I'm going to write about it in my journal and just, allow you to take control. Like, if I have it, I have it. You know what I'm saying? If I don't, I don't. And not saying if I don't, I don't. I knew God was going to, you know what I'm saying, like make a way. But I was just saying, like, as of right now, I don't have it. So there's no need for me to stress over something, you know what I'm saying, like that you don't have right now. And so I left, and I had texted my mom that morning. And then I had did some stuff that I had to do, and I came back, and I got in the car. And I was listening to her voice message, and she told me that she had some money for me. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. She never told me how much it was. But, I'm just thinking like, okay, she's giving me like little, some little stuff, whatever. But she told me where it was from. And it's from one of my grandmother's policies when she passed away, which was roughly like going on about 2 years ago. She said the insurance company called her and was like, it was this policy that, we never, I don't know, like, where it came from, but basically, it was a policy that we never, used, cashed out, or whatever. And, at that moment, I literally broke down, because it's like, my stuff is due tomorrow, and me stressing out trying to figure out where this gonna come from, where that gonna come from. But literally, I prayed about it, I left it alone, and now she is telling me that she has that for me. And I just say that to say, like, whatever. And it's funny because it's actually raining, but I just said that to say, like, whatever it is that you are going through, whether, that's like financially or emotionally or physically, or, what I'm saying, like, whatever, all you have to do is literally pray and trust God that He is going to provide you with everything that you need. You know what I'm saying? And everything is going to, like, happen when it is supposed to happen. Like, God's timing is perfect. And so, I just sat here, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, I gotta record this. I was like, I have to record this, because like, when I tell y'all, like, when I get stressed, I get anxiety, and I just like, Lord, what I'm gonna do? But I'm in this season now where, like, I'm learning to really just, like, pray about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, take my hands off of it and then let God do what He do. You get what I'm saying? Ain't no need to stress over it. Now, ain't no need to stress over it. But I just say that to say, whatever people are going through, just know that once you pray over it, just let it go. And, what I'm saying, God will do what He got to do. Because sometimes, like you said, like, I know for me right now, it's like financial stuff. And it's just like, we try to make sure that everything's good. We try to make sure that, we have what we need. And, I was just like, God, I thank you, because not just money wise, like, I'm not looking at it in money wise. I'm looking at it at the fact of the point of, it was something that I know that I needed to get done. And I was just stressing over it because I didn't know if I was going to be able to get it done. And sometimes when it comes to financials, like, we think, like, we have to, get the money from, like, us working and stuff like that. But it could be, a situation like this where, somebody decides to, pay for your bills, or somebody decides to, pay something for you, or give you gas, or, like, all the time when God blesses us financially, it doesn't always necessarily have to be, like, a career wise, or like us working or stuff, something like that. It literally could just be an abundant blessing that, God is holding on to and is going to give to you at the right time. And so, that is what I, just encountered. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it's funny because I don't even know how much it is. I don't even know how much it is, but just based off of, I just know I'm gonna be able to do what it is that I need to do. So I wanted to record this because, God is just so good. God is just so good. God is amazing. It's here as a testimony just to say, like, whatever it is that you're going through, don't worry about it. Pray about it, out loud. Pray about it, in your journal, whatever. And just, continue to focus on him and just allow him to do what he do. Allow him to do what he do. Allow him to handle the situation and control the situation, because ultimately when we try to control the situation, it doesn't work. Things doesn't work. And set goals for yourself. Do vision board, because I've done that. I did that last month in September. I do, now starting to try to do like goals per month. So I had my goals for September, I had my goals for October. And just getting to the point where it's like, hey, I really got to focus on myself. Like all the other stuff don't matter. All the other stuff really doesn't matter. And, it's other stuff that, I prayed about, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to just let God do what it do. But yeah, so anyway, I didn't mean for this video to be long, but I just had to say that because your blessing is on the other side. Your very thing that you are praying for, it doesn't have to be, financially, but I'm just saying the very thing that you're praying for, which all goes back to believing your vision, believing in what you prayed for, to God, whether that's financially, whether that's, a family, whether that's, a new job, a new home, a new house, a new car, just whatever, kids, family, marriage, whatever it is that you want, and the desires of your heart, just allow him to do it, because eventually we'll get there. Eventually, we'll reap the harvest. And I know at times things seem, hard and stressful and stuff like that, but little by little, day by day, things will get better. And it's raining. I don't know if y'all can see. But honey, it's raining. But baby, my tears are tears of joy. Okay, tears of joy, and tears to just know that the things that I have been praying for, and that they are, coming to pass. So yeah, don't know why I just had that little moment. Okay, because I'm getting back to myself now. Okay, because I'm not the one to be crying or being, too vulnerable. Did I say that word right? Vulnerable? Anyway, I just had to come here and share that, just as encouragement and just as, inspiration to just be like, hey, don't worry about it. Whatever you're going through, whatever struggles, because we all have them. You know what I'm saying? We all have struggles. We all have stuff that we're going through. So whatever it is that you are going through, it's okay. You're not alone, but you also won't be there too much longer. You get what I'm saying? Just continue to keep doing what you're doing. Continue to keep praying. Continue to, pray out loud. And most importantly, continue to focus on you and grow your relationship closer to God. And, he'll take care of you, because, honey, he said he's going to take care of his children. Okay? That's what he said. But all right, y'all, I will talk to y'all later. Have a good day. Have a good week. And see y'all.